Come you from old Bellario?
I did, my lord.
You are welcome. Take your place. Are you familiar with the letter which divides the court?
I am informed thoroughly with the cause. Which is the merchant here and which the Jew?
Antonio and old Shylock both stand forward.
Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow. Yet in such rule that the Venetian law cannot impugn you as you do proceed. You stand within his danger, do you not?
Aye. So he says.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful.
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strange. It drops as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above this sceptred sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. An earthly power doth then show likest gods, when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice, none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy, and that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoke thus much to mitigate the justice of thy plea, which if thou follow, this strict court of Venice must needs give sentence against the merchant there.
My deeds upon my head. I crave the law, the penalty and forfeit of my bond.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes, here I tendered for him in the court. Yea, twice the sum. If that will not suffice, I will be bound to pay it 10 times o'er on forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart. If this will not suffice, it must appear that malice bears down truth, and I beseech you, rest once the law to your authority, to do a great right, do a little wrong, and curb this cruel devil of his will.
It must not be. There is no power in Venice can alter a decree established. It will be recorded for a precedent, and man in error by the same example will rush into the state. It cannot be.
Noble judge, how I do honor thee.
I pray you, let me look upon the bond.
It is, most reverend doctor, here it is.
Shylock, there's twice thy money offered thee.
An oath! An oath. I have an oath in heaven. Shall I lay perjury on my soul? No, not for Venice.
Why, this bond is forfeit, and lawfully by this the Jew may claim a pound of flesh, to be by him cut off from nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful. Take twice thy money. Bid me tear the bond.
When it is paid according to the tenor. It doth appear you are a worthy judge. You know the law. Your exposition hath been most sound. I charge you by the law. Proceed to sentence. I swear there is no power in the tongue of man to alter me. I stay here on my bond.
Most heartily I do beseech the court to give the judgment.
Why then, thus it is. You must prepare your bosom for his knife. For the intent and purpose of the law hath full relation to the penalty, which here appeareth due upon the bond. Therefore lay bare your bosom.
Come, prepare.
Are there balance here to weigh the flesh?
I have them ready.
Have by some surgeon Shylock on your charge, stop his wounds lest he do bleed to death.
Is it so nominated in the bond?
It is not so expressed, but what of that? To what good you do so much for charity?
I cannot find it in the bond.
You, merchant, have you anything to say?
Aye. But a little. I'm armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassanio. Fare you well. Grieve not that I am fallen to this for you, for fortune has shown herself to be more kind than is her custom. It is still her use to let the wretched man view with hollow eye an age of poverty, from whose lingering presence of misery doth she cut me off. Commend me to your honourable wife. Tell her the process of Antonio's end. Say how I loved you. Speak me fair in that. And when the tale be told, bid her be judge whether Bassanio had once a love. Repent not you that you shall lose your friend, and he repents not that you pay his debt. For if the Jew do cut but deep enough, I'll pay it instantly with all my heart.
Antonio, I am married to a wife who is as dear to me as life itself. But life itself, my wife, and all the world are not with me esteemed above thy life. I would lose all. I sacrifice them all here to this devil to deliver you.
Your wife will give you little thanks for that if she will abide to hear you make the offer.
I have a wife, but best I love, and I would she were in heaven to entreat some power to change this cursed Jew.
It is well you offer behind your back the wish for anything else before.
These be Christian husbands. I have a daughter. Would any the stock of Barabbas have been her husband and a Christian? We trifle time. I pray thee, pursue sentence.
A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the law doth give it.
Honourable judge, most upright judge.
And you shall cut the flesh from off his breast. The law allows it, and the court awards it.
Most learned doctor, how much more elder art thou than thy looks?
Tarry. There is something else. This bond doth give thee here no jot of blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond. Take then thy pound of flesh. But in the cutting of it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods are by the laws of Venice confiscated unto the state of Venice.
Oh, learned judge. Mark you, huh? Oh, learned judge.
Is that the law?
thyself shalt see the end. For as thou urgest justice, be assured, thou shalt have justice, more than thou desirest.
Oh, learned judge, mark Jew! Oh, learned judge!
Therefore prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shed thou no blood, nor cutst thou less nor more than a single pound. And if thou cutst more or less than a pound of flesh, thou diest, and all thy goods are confiscated.
I take this offer then. Pay the bond price and let the Christian go.
Here's the money.
So, the Jew shall have all justice. So, no haste. He shall have nothing but the penalty.
Now, second Daniel. Daniel, now and now I have you on the hip.
Shall I not barely have my principal?
Thou shalt have nothing but the forfeiture, to be so taken at thy peril, Jew.
Daniel, still say I. I thank you for thou preached me that word.
Why then the devil doing good of it? I'll stay no longer question.
Tarry, Jew. The law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice, if it be proved against an alien, that by direct or indirect attempts he seek the life of any citizen, the part against the which he doth contrive shall seize one half his goods. The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state, and the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke only against all other voice. In which predicament, I say, thou standst. Down, therefore, and beg mercy of the Duke.
Beg that thou may have leave to hang thyself. Ooh, and yet with thy wealth being confiscated to the state, thou hast not the value of a cord, and therefore thou must be hanged at the state's charge.
I pardon thee thy life before thou ask it. As for thy wealth, half of it is Antonio's. The other half is forfeit to the state, which humbleness may drive to a fine.
Aye, for the state, not for Antonio.
Nay, pardon not that. You do take my house when you take the block that does sustain my house. You do take my life when you take the means whereby I live.